About that, Graziano is ready to go. I like the look today, Graz. Looking nice. We got Mike Tannenbaum ready to go today. Ryan Clark is up early with us this morning and ready to go as we break down the first of the monster 3 games we had on the schedule this weekend. Last night, it was Jalen and the Eagles, Jaden and the Commanders. Slow first half, so we pick it up fourth quarter. Eagles down 10-6. But they're moving, and here comes Kenneth Gainwell, and they're going to get down close.
And this was a repeated theme. Running the football at an efficient clip, that's the key to success for the Eagles.
And then they go to their ultimate key to success. That's Jalen Hurts' 11th rushing touchdown of the season on the tush push. Jake Elliott extra point, no good, so it's a 2-point game. Now here we go, big moment. Bart, 4th and 2 in field goal range, and the Commanders go for it. What did we think of the decision?
Take the points.
No.
And I say that only because it was 2nd and 1, 3rd and 2, 4th and 2. You're going the wrong direction.
You might see.
You're totally wrong.
He also bobbled the snap there. There'll be a lot of debate over that decision. Meanwhile, it continues later in the 4th. Eagles with the ball. Dallas Goedert's got to play. I want you to watch. Quan Martin's going to come up and he's going to get the punch right there. But Grant Calcaterra on the spot, saving a disaster for the Eagles. And then later in the drive on a 3rd and 3. Bart, who touches Saquon on this play?
That would be the goalpost.
Eagles take a 19-10 lead. The very next play for Washington, the game breaks open. It's Daniels. He's looking for Noah Brown, but instead he's picked by Reed. You sink my Blankenship. Eagles forced a huge turnover, and then a shout out Chris Berman. Ensuing Eagles drive, 2nd and 3 at the 41. Barkley again.
Yeah, we call this the nail in the coffin, the cutback. Only few running backs in the game has that type of vision in the thighs to make that cut.
I want Jeff Saturday to see the pancake block on this play from Cam Jurgens. We have it spotlighted for you. Look at that. That'll show up here on Tuesday with Jeff Saturday. Huge day, Saquon, 146 yards rushing, 2 touchdowns, and the Eagles take control of the NFC East, 26-18, the final. Afterwards, with the Amazon crew, here's Saquon.
Last year it was, tough year for me mentally. Did a really good job of. They love the Cowboys.
I'm gonna stop you for a second. I'm gonna let the crowd take this one. You guys listen at home. They are saying, "Thank you, Giants."
Oh boy, I can only imagine if you were watching that game at John Mara's house when the Eagles crowd.
There's no way that game was on at John Mara's house. No chance.
Ryan Clark, let's start there. Saquon Barkley, how do you describe the difference he has made in Philly this year?
You know what? It's so crazy. The Philadelphia Eagles have always been a really good running football team since they've had Jalen Hurts as the quarterback. DeAndre Swift, Miles Sanders all had great years with the Philadelphia Eagles, but no running back has had this sort of Super Bowl impact on Jalen Hurts, Nick Sirianni, and this team. Think about what Christian McCaffrey is in San Francisco. That's exactly what Saquon Barkley has done for the Philadelphia Eagles. This team is a Super Bowl contender, is an NFC sort of front runner because of the things Saquon Barkley can do and how dynamic he is whenever he gets space. I love to see that he decided to bet on himself. He said that he was worth more, and he's showing it every single week for this football team. Think back to week 2 when he dropped that football on 3rd down, how this season could have sank, how he could have went down the drain. He's only gotten better and better each and every week and is more a part of this offense than anyone else outside of Jalen Hurts.
And Dan, you were making the point in our meeting this morning, he's also in the perfect spot. Like people will envision, imagine if he had gone here, imagine if he had gone there. We'll never know what would have happened if he'd gone to those places, but he's in the perfect place.
We do have 6 years worth of evidence of what would happen if he stayed with the Giants, right? Like, but that's the thing. Like the trolling of the Eagles fans of the Giants, like that. I mean, it's funny, I get it, but you can say that it was a great signing by the Eagles and also say that, like, the Giants didn't necessarily make a mistake. He's not this player with the Giants. Right. He never was, and I don't think he would have been this player with this year's Giants. This is an Eagles team. The offense is based around these big explosive plays. They get them with Jalen Hurts to A.J. Brown. They get them with Jalen Hurts to Devontae Smith. They get him
Goddard.
there's a 40-yard Dallas Goedert catch in every game somehow. And Saquon puts the game away with these explosive runs. He's perfect for the Eagles. This is the exact right spot for him to be in.
I mean, the Giants got to feel like Marcus Houston fumbling Beyonce, man, and watching him thrive with Jay-Z. It's like one of those things, right? But you talk about like having an ultimate closer, and we wanted this for Saquon. And listen, it was both things can be true, right? It was important for him to leave the Giants because it was necessary. Because why would you want to hold something back so beautiful, so talented? We want to maximize and see what Saquon can be at his max capacity. We got to see that with McCaffrey going to San Francisco. And now we get to witness it here. And now we get to see a great player on a big stage and see if he can show up and be the difference in the playoffs. It kind of feels like Stafford when he left Detroit. He was a great player nobody knew about. And, not that people don't know about Saquon, but Saquon's in New York. To see him go and be on a great stage and see what he's really made out of.
Maybe a player like him is the final piece, right? He's not.
Maybe
you can't build an entire team around a running back in the NFL right now, but you plug him into what they had there, and suddenly you've got something.
I was on the phone last week with Nick Sirianni, and one of the things he said was, I have a lot of pride in this because 2 years ago, Miles Sanders went to the Pro Bowl, and last year, DeAndre Swift went to the Pro Bowl, and obviously looks like Saquon's on his way. He said, but he's special. Like, he can create offense. He said he can create offense with his speed, with his change of direction, with his power. So when you make